Hey guys, how's it going? How's your beautiful day going on this beautiful day? Today we are doing our week 2 prediction. All right, the first game on the docket is the Commanders versus the Packers. I honestly think that the Packers are maybe the best team in the league right now, roster-wise, and what I've seen from last week defensively, they just look unbeatable. But the one thing that I will say is that the Commanders are going to make this a very good game. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to have a lot of offense. I think although the Packers defense being really good, I just think that they're going to have a lot of trouble. The Commanders defense is not going to be able to hold down this Packers team. So yes, the Packers are going to win this game. I'd say 34-24. In our 11 a.m. slate, the first game we have is the Jaguars and the Bengals. The Bengals are a slow starting team, and they happened to win last week against the Browns. I don't know. They didn't play very well. In my personal opinion, the Bengals did not prove that they are a good team. This one's really tough. We don't know how good the Jaguars are because we don't know how the Panthers actually are, but they handled the Panthers in a good game. I'm going to go with the Bengals here. I think that their offense can create more points on the board. It's going to be a little bit tougher for the Jaguars to keep up. They have a better defense this year, but I don't think it's good enough to stop the Bengals offense. It's going to be offense versus offense. Whoever offense wins, and I think the Bengals. That could have been so much simpler. I don't know why I said so many words for no reason. I probably cut them all out so you don't know what I'm talking about. Next, we have the Cowboys and the Giants. The Cowboys actually looked pretty good last week. They were actually a good team before the rain delay. Once the rain delay came, I think it took all of the mojo out of the stadium because I don't think anybody scored after that. That was the score and that was it. But I think that the Cowboys are good enough to be an all right team this year, where they maybe make the playoffs as like a 10-7. I said that in my prediction video, and that kind of just got proved in that game. Cowboys win this game. The Giants are not a good football team, especially if they're starting Russell Wilson. They're not a good football team. The Cowboys are going to win this one 35-10. Okay. And the Bengals and Jaguars score 27-20. All right, next we have the Bears and the Lions. The Lions did not look very good last week. They kind of got exposed. I also don't expect the Lions run game to be nearly as bad as it was. I mean, the Bears defense is good. I don't think it's Packers good. I think the Lions should be able to run the ball in this team, you would hope. And the Bears, honestly, they have a chance to win. Their defense was really good besides the last 3 drives of last week, and they should be getting their best cornerback, Jalen Johnson. If they don't, then that's more in question. But the Lions are mad from last week, and they're going to put belt to the booty and win 31-10. Next, we have the Rams and the Titans. The Rams won week 1. They played against a really good defense and were okay. They were actually a pretty good team. Pass rush was very, very good. And I think that that's going to mess with the Titans. Their offense last week against the Broncos was not very good. They didn't score a single touchdown. And the only reason that they got points on the board was because of what the defense did. I think that the Titans defense with Jeffrey Simmons, they're a very underrated defense. They have a great defense. But overall, I just think that they're a better team. Their offense is going to be able to overcome that defense, and unfortunately Cam Ward in that offense is not going to be up to par enough to be able to keep with the Rams. So I say the Rams win this one 30-14. Next we have the Patriots and the Dolphins. The Patriots win. The Dolphins are awful. They're the most dysfunctional team in the entire NFL. That was hard. I honestly didn't want to watch. I'm glad it got taken off of Red Zone very quick, because I didn't care about that game past 20-0, let alone 33-8. And the Patriots, although they lost, they're better than the Dolphins. Ooh. So I'm going to go 17-10. Next, we have the 49ers and the Saints. I think the 49ers win this game. The Saints are not a good football team. Their defense is better than we gave them credit for, but it's still not that amazing. It's not nothing to write home about. So I'm going to go 27-20. Next, we have the Bills and the Jets. I never gave up on Justin Fields. I said I would believe in him. I said I always would believe in him. And he proved me right, and I hope he keeps proving me right. Unfortunately, the Bills have Josh Allen. They're not going to win. Even if I think Justin Fields, even if this offense does play well, because the Bills defense is not good against mobile quarterbacks. They're just pretty bad. But the Bills are just too good of a team for the Jets to beat right now. But yet again, they've had worse teams and still beat them. So I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think Josh Allen is just that they're coming with way too much momentum, way too much drive. This Bills team is way too good. 31-25. Next, we have the Seahawks and the Steelers. DK revenge game. They are in Pittsburgh, though. I am inclined to say that the Steelers are going to win this one. We got to see how good that defense is going to be. But that offense looked very stable. It looked like a very stable offense, especially with Aaron Rodgers being able to spread the ball around and show his elite arm talent that he still has. It's fun to watch. So I think this offense could be really good. And the Seahawks defense, though, is one of the best in the league. And that's the problem that they're going to have, is can this offense be good enough against a really, really top-tier defense? You know, we don't know how good the Jets defense is. Last year, it wasn't that good. Now they're going up against the top-tier defense. And then it comes up to, is that Steelers defense going to make plays against the Seahawks offense? I think that the Steelers pass rush is going to absolutely maul the Seahawks. Like, the Seahawks are going to have such a tough time to deal with the Steelers pass rush. So, something that they really didn't do against the Jets. But I really think that Seahawks offensive line is so terrible and so bad that the Steelers are going to be living in Sam Darnold's lap. And it all comes down to how Sam Darnold handles that pressure. And I have no faith in him handling it in the right way. So that's why the Steelers win this game. 25-15. Weird score. I don't even know how that score happens, but we'll say 27-17. We'll just add 2 points. Next, we have the Browns and the Ravens. Sneaky game for the Ravens to lose. They do it every year where they lose an easy one in the beginning of the year, and then all of a sudden they win 12 games in a row out of nowhere after losing some tough ones to start the season. I don't think it's going to happen again, though. The Browns are a really bad football team. They struggled on offense against a very bad defense last week. So I just don't see them being able to score very much against the Ravens defense. Yes, is Myles Garrett going to muck stuff up a little bit? Probably. But it's not going to be enough to beat the Ravens. They're still going to be a high-powered offense. They're still going to do their thing on defense. Would I be surprised if they lost? Absolutely not. But I'm also not going to bet against them. So we're going to go 34-17. All right, next we have the Broncos and the Colts. Both teams are coming off of week 1 wins that give off an entirely different vibe from each other. The Broncos are feeling a sense of defeat because the offense was horrific. Yes, the defense was amazing. It was the best defense. Oh my goodness. It was back in 2015 when it didn't look like a team knew what they were doing on offense against our defense. It was that beautiful. Our offense needs to pick it up. I looked at a lot of the film from this game, from Bo Nix's film, and just how the offense rolled. And I think a lot was left on the bone that is very optimistic to look for. The Colts defense, though, is good. And they really gave Bo Nix hell last year. But Daniel Jones is going up against this defense. I have a lot of confidence in Daniel Jones not having the same performance that he had last week and having much worse. I think he throws an interception. I think there's turnovers that happen in this game. We know Daniel Jones likes to fumble, and we know how much pressure that Denver can bring. I am inclined to believe that Denver's defense will be too much for the Colts offense. And even if our offense is a little slow, I don't know if it'll matter too much. So I'm going to go Broncos win this game. We will go 27-24. It's a close one. I think the Colts are a better team. I'm going to give them their credit and say that they're a better team than I gave them credit for to begin the season, but I still have to see them put it together. I still have to see them put it together against a better football team than the worst goddamn franchise in the entire NFL. I'm sorry, but the Colts, I wanted to cut my eyes. I wanted to gouge my areolas out trying to watch that goddamn game. Next, we have the Panthers and the Cardinals. I think this is actually a good game. The Panthers did not look good last week, but I think the consensus around this game is that Bryce Young wasn't that good. I think he was better than people are giving him credit for. A lot of bad things didn't go his way, and he did make some bad decisions, but I overall don't think he's that bad of a quarterback. I don't think he's ever going to be the answer to a franchise, but I think he can be a serviceable player for the rest of his career. And I honestly think it could be the same with Kyler Murray. Their offense didn't look as good as you'd want to see them look against a team the caliber of the Saints. The Saints are not supposed to be a good football team. And I think the Cardinals left a lot on the bone, though. A lot of things that simple fixes where they're going to make a lot more big plays. And Kyler Murray is bound for his MVP-like game. He has one every single year, so we might see that. But I do think at the end of the day, the Cardinals are the better team and are going to win this game. Wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers won, though. I would go 20-17 final score. Next, we have the Eagles and the Chiefs. The Chiefs have a lot of injuries. Do I believe they're going 0-2? That's tough to say. I mean, even if I think in my brain that this should be an Eagles win, even though it is in Arrowhead, I understand the Chiefs looked insanely dysfunctional, especially defensively. They did not look functional defensively. And last time these two played, while the Eagles mollywopped them. And I would think that like a revenge type thing for Patrick Mahomes, he comes in and blows this game, or not doesn't blow the game, but like blows the top off of this game and has an amazing performance. You'd think that that would be something that would happen, but I don't believe it. I think the Eagles would win this game, but even if I think that, the Chiefs are 0-1. Are they really losing 2 games in a row? Yes, they are. The Eagles are going to win this game 27-24. So the next game, we have the Falcons versus the Vikings. I think this is a great game. We have 2 sophomore year quarterbacks who are kind of rookie quarterbacks. Michael Penix obviously did play last year, but JJ McCarthy didn't. They're both relatively very, very new quarterbacks coming from the same draft class. I think it's going to be a fun one. Overall, I think, though, the Vikings defense is going to be able to smother Michael Penix enough. Vikings offense can just kind of do their thing as well. I think JJ McCarthy has a lot of momentum going into this game after scoring 3 touchdowns and 3 drives to come back and win that game. So yeah, they have a lot of momentum going into this game. So I think that the Vikings will win. We'll say 27-17. We'll say 27-17. Next, we have a Monday night doubleheader. We have the Texans and the Buccaneers, and then we have the Chargers and the Raiders. Starting with the Buccaneers and the Texans offense does not look good, and it's not into the fault of CJ Stroud. This offensive line is worse than anybody ever could have imagined. This is the worst offensive line you can imagine ever. Like, I don't know how you get 5 dudes who don't know how to do their job more than the Texans offensive line. It is hard to watch. It's hard to analyze. It's hard to go back and watch film on. And you just feel bad for the Texans. For their run game, for their pass game. You feel bad for them. You really, really do. But they do have all-world defense that Matthew Stafford was able to cut through. But is Baker Mayfield going to be able to? I don't think so. I think the Texans take the win in a really low-scoring 17-14 game. Next, we have the Chargers and the Raiders, which I think is going to be a really good game. I think this really depends on what I overall think that the Chargers are the better team. I think this will really show us what we are going to see from the Raiders. Like, this game is going to show us, are the Raiders for real or not? They don't necessarily need to win it. They just need to be competitive. They need to make this game look like it means something to them. Otherwise, I don't believe in the Raiders, and I don't think anyone else will. But if they make this game competitive, then I don't know. This division is going to look freaky as heck. This is going to be a scary, scary division. If any year, like, this is going to be the year that any one of these teams beats the Chiefs. I think the Chargers win this game 30-10. I think that they are the better team. I think Justin Herbert has something to prove this year, and he's going to absolutely maul the Raiders. And I think that the Raiders are going to have a lot more trouble on offense because I think the Chargers have a really good defense. It could be it could be even closer. I mean, actually, I'm gonna go 30-20 instead of 10. 30-20. I don't think it's going to be a big blowout. All right, those were my week 2 predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video.